We did a little shed hunting today. Oh yeah. Arriba! All right, we're back at the E3. We're a little late this year, but we're shed hunting. It's been so wet between the rain and snow, and the weather's just been crazy. We really haven't gotten to get out and pick up any sheds. So we're gonna hit it hard today. We got Jacob, a scent thief. Glad you came.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
I don't know that he's been to the ranch a few times, but I don't think he's been out on the property. So we're gonna hopefully pick up a pile of sheds. We got Gage behind the camera. We've got Jess. You go ahead, scan to her. We've got Cody, posted up, trying his best to look cool. And then we've got Dalton.
Dalton, pull that jacket apart, show them what we're working with. There you go. Go Gorillas, baby.
Oh, God. Gorilla mascot in Kansas. Genius. All right, let's go find some sheds. All right, so since we've got several people, we're going to kind of grid this thing out. So we're just going to kind of down this road and then start working through. So we're going to have, you know, maybe 30-40 yard spacing and just kind of stay where we can all see each other and really grid this the best we can. This is a good area. I would expect we'd pick up a few sheds in here, maybe, hopefully. All right, 21 more to go. Yeah, that's that 6 point. Yeah.
Yeah, this wasn't even worth getting, but
hey, counts. Counts.
we're on the board.
Count it.
Slow start, DJ.
Slow start. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Cody has one. I mean, a couple of those I'm not even sure you can count them. Look at that thing, Jacob.
You count this.
It counts to
One, two, three.
it counts to the
points.
total. And then that thing Jess has, I'm not even positive that's an antler. That thing's seen better days. But what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on if Cody found anything else. I'm yet to pick up a shed. Gage is yet to pick up a shed. And Dalton hadn't picked up a shed. So we got the dream team over here. And then we have Cody, who we may or may not see the rest of the day. I have no idea where he is. Future booner. Got some character for a little guy. Look at that. First shot I picked up today. On a roll. Call me Butter. We on a roll. Oh, what deer is that? I know that deer. I can't think of which one it is. Last year's or this year's? Is it just chewed up from this year?
It's this year's.
I think it's this year's. Oh, I know that deer. Yeah. I think that's why you can't ever find them in this timber. That's this year's shed. And look how chewed up it is. Dang squirrels.
So we've got an old one. Oh, he's barely holding together. Barely. Oh, well. I guess we can count that as 2.
And he really blew up this year with this one right there. I think he gained half an inch maybe.
I think he lost some actually.
A little mass, but
Yeah.
a little tine length, you know.
What are we working with now? How many we got?
That was a good little
that
run.
was a good little run.
I got
1, 2. You got 4. What was that 6, 7?
So
8?
These
That's
count as
one.
These count as 1.
That's
Yeah.
1.
Okay.
Gage picked it up. He said it broke.
So what do we have? 5?
I don't know. What were we at? 5 previously, I think.
I think so.
Okay.
So
So
5
we're at
plus
12.
8.
12, 13.
So we're
Yeah.
at 13.
That's,
All right.
That was a good run. That helped out.
Hey, that helped out a lot. That was better than I thought it was going to be.
Me too.
I think this little stretch right here is going to be good too.
We should pick up.
I got to stop saying that. Every stretch I thought was going to be good has been not.
This one's
It's
gonna
not been
suck.
good.
And
And then this one was productive. I just got to show you just got to walk.
Miles for piles.
Miles for piles.
Looks like a pretty good one laying here. Oh yeah. Not bad. Adding to the list.
Well, quick shed update. We've got 22 so far. So we walked a pretty good piece of that property. We're gonna hit a different property now. Jacob had to leave, so we're down a man, but I don't think he found any sheds anyways, so we're good. We're gonna hop in the side by side and just find some more. You didn't feel like picking this one up? Okay. I got it, don't worry. You saw it laying there? You didn't feel like picking it up?
Well, I think we're pushing 30 on the day now. I don't know how many the rest of the crew has, but got one here. We're on the Kansas property right now looking for a couple of deer. One known as Ocho Grande. It's just a giant 8-pointer that we've been not really hunting, but somewhat halfway hunting for the last couple of years now. He's just an awesome deer, and hopefully we get lucky enough to run across his sheds today. I think we're pushing 30 sheds now, so just a matter of time until we run across some of these deer that we'll hopefully be hunting this year. Just kind of walking through the CRP stuff, and looks like we got another one. Oh yeah. It's not huge, but it counts. Anyways, we're gonna link back up with the rest of the crew and see how they're doing. Hopefully they've got some too.
10 feet apart. I literally think that's him from last year.
Could be.
You look at the main beam, the G3.
Does look like it.
It looks like him from last. They were 10 foot away from each other.
Awesome. It's crazy, drop the same side.
In the same place.
That's cool. This is one of the deer I had queued up for the vet hunt, but he broke his whole right side off, so this is a cool deer.
That's a good deer.
Kind of in this bean field right here, a place we call the number 2, and looks like a pretty good one. Ooh. Yeah. Little 10-point. We'll add it to the list. Oh, that's him.
They were probably the biggest sheds I've ever found. That is a giant 8-point.
Oh, it's Ocho.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's a deer.
Them are like by far the biggest sheds I've ever found.
No.
Oh, 100%.
That is a deer we call Ocho Grande, or the Big 8. Dang, he is impressive.
Look how he hooks up. That's crazy.
Yeah. So he's 6 this year, probably. He'll probably be one of our, probably the deer on the hit list. Probably number 1. Yeah, like I said, it's the first time I've ever matched him. Good job.
I don't know. How many sheds do we have of that deer now?
I don't know. We've got, I think probably we have at least one side of him for the last 3 years, probably.
He's awesome.
The one thing I always look for when we pick up sheds, especially off our target bucks, is look at their pedicles. You want to see like this nice clean pedicle. Sometimes too, if that pedicle starts to dip down, it's an indicator of low testosterone, which is also an indicator of poor health. So you like a nice rounded pedicle. It's just a good indication that they were healthy. So, you know, if you pick up a shed, especially if it's off a deer that you want to chase next year, that's a good tip for you to always look at that pedicle and see, one, did it come off clean? And then how does it look? Is it nice and rounded, or does it dip down? It'll just give you a good indicator of how healthy the deer was. So it's a good sign. Maybe it'll get bigger.
And another one. Don't know how many that is, but we're on track for 40. I wanted to make this one last loop, and I looked over and seen a really big 8-point that is unfortunately dead. So I'm gonna run over here, check him out. Man, he's a big one. Oh, gosh. I don't know what deer this is, but it's kind of unfortunate. Obviously, he's a big one, but I don't remember him. I'm sure DJ has history with him, and it kind of reminds me of deer we call Ocho Grande, but just a really big 8-point. It's kind of the unfortunate side of hunting these deer. You gotta battle with the natural elements that they're up against, and we just had a terrible, rough winter, so he probably was one of the victims. So hate to see it.
Well, that's it for the day. I don't know how many we got, but we got a pile, so we're gonna lay them out and count them. Oh yeah.
One.
38, 39.
Where's 40?
Well,
40.
That's an impressive
That's like
one.
39 and a half.
Hey, come on.
14.
That's pretty good.
40 sheds.
We did a little shed hunting today. We set out with a goal of finding, I think we set the line at 20. I think Jacob and Jess picked the under. They lost because we found 40. We had, I don't know, what, 5-6 people with us today. So, you know, anytime you're going shed hunting, the more eyes, the better, right? So we just went out and basically gridded big blocks where we would just kind of stand, you know, maybe 30-40 yards apart and walk. We really focused around good food, good late season food, so that maybe that's a standing crop field or even a cut crop field, and good cover. I don't know that we picked very many up, maybe 1 or 2 out of actual food plots, but most of these we found just kind of in that general proximity. So, you know, transition areas is probably my favorite. That area kind of between food and cover. And then we got into some really thick stuff too, and walked some bedding areas and things like that. So, you know, if you're looking to find sheds, those are probably the best things you can do. Get a good group of people, get some good boots, put some miles on, and really focus in and around those good late season food sources. And don't be scared to get off in some thick stuff. I mean, you know, we're all cut up from briars and everything else today, but we found a pile of bone. So yeah, I think that's probably the best tips for shed hunting is don't be afraid to walk. I mean, I think we did 10 miles today. and if you can focus on that late season food, and maybe if you're like in the southeast or you're in big timber country, maybe that's just a cutover or something like that. You know, focus on those areas the deer are spending the majority of their time this time of year. So yeah, it was a successful day.